Hello, 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 hello to all my friends out there in Facebook land, also all of my YouTube viewers. Good evening. It is Sunday, and that means it's time for COVID-19 and Company conversations from the epicenter across the globe with yours truly and your Marie. I am very excited to be here today. I do apologize for the lateness in hour, but I did want to shift the time a little bit because we have my very good friend, my brother from a different mother, Dhruv Saini, will be joining us very shortly, and he's in India. So I wanted to adjust the time because of the time difference. They're 10.5 hours ahead of us. So I wanted to make sure that he could join us because the time was an issue the last time he was supposed to be on. But if you guys remember him, he was on my first show back in April of 2020, and he's going to rejoin us today and share a little bit about his experience with COVID-19. He has a personal story, but also I really wanted to get an update on what's going on in India, as I've been just checking on the numbers and everything in New York. I am in New York today, guys. Yes, I'm in the apartment that I'm giving up, and it's like I thought I was finished, but we're moving some last things from this apartment. So I do apologize for any background noise you may hear, as I have some friends here helping me to move some things at right now at this hour. So they're going to do that, and I'm going to continue with the show. But just to go quickly over New York's numbers before I bring Dhruv on screen here for New York, uh, the numbers are really low actually. People are doing good. I was in Chinatown today, and people are really wearing their masks. I was like, wow, I'm impressed because in Texas and LA, I'm seeing that people are not wearing their masks. But they're showing that in New York, the positivity percentage is 0.41, so less than 50%, and the daily average for 7 days was 0.38%. So we're doing really good. I think the last numbers that I saw as far as total deaths for this week were about four. I mean, this for yesterday in the last 24 hours was four total deaths. My condolences to the families who have lost loved ones during this terrible pandemic. My thoughts and prayers go out to all of you. Also, I saw that the vaccine numbers, they're showing that 69.1% of New Yorkers ages 18 and older have at least one vaccine dose. And they're also, let's see, the percentage of New Yorkers age 18 and older that have completed their vaccine series has been about 63.5%. Um, so, there's people are getting the vaccine, and, apparently that's working. So I just wanted to give those numbers from Governor Cuomo's site. So I'd like to pull Dhruv on the line right now. Dhruv is here live from
Hello.
Gujarat, India. Is that right, Dhruv? Gujarat,
Yes,
India.
yes, I'm from
Welcome,
Gujarat.
Dhruv Saini. Welcome to the
Thank
show
you.
once again. It's so good to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's good night there.
Yes, good night here, but good morning to you, definitely. Thank you for getting up a little early to be with us here
Thank
on
you.
COVID-19 and Company. Well, you're looking good. How are you and the family doing amidst this pandemic?
We are doing good. Before we were not. When it was a
Oh,
peak of COVID Delta, at
mhm.
that time we were not good. We all
Wow.
people in our family were positive, and it was really tough to tackle everyone. Like everyone was sick. I was the only one to look after them. Like
Wow.
I have to provide them medicine, everything. So it
Hmm.
was really tough situation for me.
Wow. So, were you also sick with the virus?
After serving about 3 or 4 days, I did get sick, but I took medicine on the time and I
Mhm.
recovered within few days.
Okay. What type of medicine were you taking?
Firstly, I was taking paracetamol 650. ivermectin, and if the person have infection in the lungs, then
Mhm.
for that it was doxycycline. And if you have a more problem like headache or something, then we were taking accordingly symptoms.
Okay, got you. So, did you go to the hospital or you treated at home?
Actually, I didn't go because I was knowing what the medicine is, because
Okay.
there's no mean to go hospital if you
Mhm.
know that what to do or what to not. This is
Right.
what I do personally think, because hospitals was full. There was queue outside hospitals for about 2 to 3 days. The staff
Wow.
was totally fed up of the peoples, because there was almost, if there's a capacity of 3,000 patients in the hospital, at that time it was 4,500 people in the hospital. So it was the best thing that you treat yourself at your home by yourself. And even I talked to doctor, whatever the prescription he gave me, I took that
Mhm.
prescription only, and I'm all right.
Okay, praise God. I'm so happy that you're all right. Can you tell us some of the symptoms maybe that you had or what your family members did have?
Actually, symptoms may vary on variant,
Mhm.
because in first variant that was from Wuhan, that's original COVID-19. In
Right.
that variant, I have only seen some of the symptoms, because Akshay, my cousin, do have that.
Yes.
So I know that it was only fever, cough, loss of taste or smell. That's it. But in this Indian variant that was from India, right? That
Mhm.
got muted in India. It was
Right.
really it spread 60 times more, and it's really complicated, because for the first 4 to 5 days you don't have any symptom, you feel like your nose heavy, then you develop fever. After developing fever, you have vomiting, diarrhea. This is the main
Mhm.
thing, like if you are developing vomiting and diarrhea, you should consult a physician, because
Right.
he or she only can help you. You need
Wow.
you need fluids in your body. You have to keep yourself hydrated. That's the main thing. And we also tackle this delta wave easily. And personally, I don't think that COVID is anything now.
Okay, because I was hearing a little bit, I was reading about there's the Delta wave coming from India, and then there's the Delta Plus wave, and I think that's coming from somewhere else in Europe. So,
Nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. It's nothing.
gotcha.
Just COVID is here in our brain. Just keep
Okay,
yourself strong. You should think like it's nothing. I can fight with this thing.
right. Don't
You
be
will win.
fearful.
Yes. You have to be careful if you're developing any symptom, or you don't want to get tested, just treat that thing with a COVID medicines only.
Okay, so did you go somewhere to be tested? That's how you found out you were positive, or just because you all were sick?
No, I didn't went. Actually, family members went for the test, so they were positive, and I stayed with them for long. Like
Okay,
it's been 8 days they were sick, and from 8 days I was with them. So I
wow.
was knowing that this is COVID only, and the main thing I got is the I lost my taste and smell. So I was damn sure that this is the that thing only. So I treated it like a COVID only, and I got okay.
Okay, I understand. So, I just noticed something. It has nothing to do with the conversation, but I like your shirt. You're representing New York.
Yes, thank you.
I was like, wait a minute, his shirt says New York. I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you for representing. I am in New York today for a change.
love
I'm
to.
traveling a lot.
This is a love to New York.
Yes, thank you for sending some love to us in New York with the shirt. So I'm happy to know that you and the family are feeling better, because I know that there's this whole scare now. People are saying, "Oh, well, we had COVID-19, but now there's COVID-19 Delta, and it's a stronger strain, and then there's COVID-19 Delta Plus, and now I read an article earlier today. They were saying like the people who've been vaccinated with the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, now they need to get another booster shot because their concern is that the COVID-19 Delta could possibly affect them. Have you heard anything,
Let,
any word about that?
listen, first thing, nothing to worry. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. So if you have hard times, it will go away. Don't think that what I will do, I'm COVID positive, I will die or I will survive. Definitely, you will survive. Just take the medicines, just take the diet according to doctors, that whatever doctors are saying, just follow it. You will definitely survive. Nothing to worry in it. I was working with two NGOs. One NGO was working to provide blood and plasma to the COVID patient. So we were
Mhm.
doing that thing. We were finding the donors. And
Yeah.
the second NGO was helping two peoples for getting medicines, vaccines, injections, and everything that was not getting in the market. So
Okay.
I have seen COVID patients from very nearly. Like I have talked with them, I have stand with them, I went to hospitals, but
Mhm.
I don't think that COVID is anything or something. I really don't believe in COVID now because I have seen what COVID is. You don't know
Right.
the virus. You don't know the virus. You don't have any perfect vaccination for it. Just you're giving the vaccine or you're giving a specific drugs to the patient that the patient develop the symptoms. Right. There's no other. If you're developing fever, then they are giving a paracetamol or ibuprofen, something
Mhm.
like that. There's a no special medicine for COVID. Just you have to take care by yourself. You have to do some yoga, like breathing exercise. It can help your lungs to gasp the oxygen from your body.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, but what could we say to, like, what would you say to, like, all these people that have lost loved ones? Like, so many people have died from COVID. Like, you've been fortunate, you've been blessed that you're okay. But what about all of these
Mm.
people who've died?
Uh, actually, it when second wave was in the peak in India, it was from 1st May to 15th May. And on 8th May, I was so depressed because many of my family members were positive. I was
Yes.
also positive, and I was getting call from the NGO that, sir, we need this help, we need this help. But I was helpless. I lost one aunt to whom I donate my blood, and
Mhm.
I lost one other patient also in the hospital to whom I helped a lot. And then
Wow.
I found that many
Sorry for your
patients are in
loss.
my home only. I got
Yes.
a lot of loss in this COVID pandemic.
Mhm.
I was depressed. It was really tough thing for me to come out of that situation. Then I make myself understand that Drew, you have to come out from this thing to help other peoples, to save other peoples.
Gotcha. So it's perspective. It's the way that you look at it and
Yes,
fighting. It sounds
because
like, because when I talked to you right after, like, you were in your quarantine period, and you said everybody in the house had COVID. I was praying for you all, but I noticed that you remained
yes,
positive.
thank you for that. And
Yeah.
India is a really highly populated country. According to 211 census, China is populated, but after that, India took that place, and definitely we will prove that we are most populated, highly densely populated country. It's really difficult to handle this amount of peoples. Actually, government showing the counts that were on the list, but as there are many peoples like me who didn't get tested for the COVID. Those who take medicines by themselves, they treat their COVID by themselves only. They didn't went to doctors. So this kind of patients are not in the list. If
Okay.
government is going to count this kind of peoples, then the count, if there is a 3 lakh peoples, like 300,000 peoples in the list, then it will go to 900,000, two times
Right.
more.
Exactly.
And now we have developed herd immunity, so we don't have that much tension, and we do get vaccines also, both shots.
You're getting the vaccines?
Yeah, both shot we get.
Okay, so they have made that vaccine available in your country. So you and your
Yes.
family both got the you which shot did you take?
We got Covishield, AstraZeneca, Oxford.
Okay. And that's it's a two-shot series.
Yes.
Okay. And how were you all with getting the shots? Like, did you have any symptoms after getting the vaccine?
Yes, after getting the vaccine, I felt like my hand is heavy. Like my
Yeah.
arms were getting heavy. After like 6 to 7 hours, I developed fever and I was feeling cold. A fever was only the symptom that I got after that shot, but after like 18 to 20 hours, I was almost okay.
Okay. That's good then. Because I've heard some horror stories also with that. So it was mild, just mild symptoms for you.
Yes.
Okay, you're very strong, Drew. So I appreciate you sharing everything with us because there may be someone who's watching today that they may be fighting COVID right now, or they may have a loved one that's fighting COVID. So I always want to know things that other people did to overcome it to try to help and encourage them and empower them so that we can all get through this together. So,
Nothing to worry in this. Nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. COVID is nothing. Just think that.
gotcha. So, what ways has the pandemic changed the way that you live? You know, how you work, how you do business, those kind of things there in India.
In this COVID pandemic, thanks to government that they didn't impose lockdown, they did, but for a very short period, and that was of after 12 o'clock of afternoon. And
Okay.
before that, we were working, and we were just okay with the situation because we don't have that much expense in COVID pandemic. Like
Mhm.
we have to just pay the bills and the food, everything else. But apart from that, we start our own new business. Now
Mhm.
we have two business. Like one is we were having garage, and another we have started selling clothes from our home. We are taking the clothes at the wholesale prices from the market, and we are selling at MRP.
Oh,
So I'm here.
awesome.
I'm here in my shop only, and I have clothes not about me. Uh,
Okay, that's really good. You know, there was another
mhm.
thing I wanted to ask you about. I saw that article. There was an article that I shared with you where they were talking about the cremations of all of the bodies of the people who died during COVID. Like it looked really scary to me. How does that work? Because here in the U.S., like we bury, we put people under the ground, but it looked like there were burials on top of the ground. How does that work?
Funny. Actually, there was a time that all peoples were depressed, and the situation was of the country was really worst at that time. We peoples were thinking that now it's over, it's time to die and all. But after that, when we covered from the COVID, then we
Mhm.
got we got that mentality that it's nothing. Now we have to work to save other peoples. And if we talk about that to bury, like we do burn the people's dead bodies just to believe that we don't waste land thing. Okay, we just bury people in the woods outside the crematorium halls. It was a line for 2 to 3 days. There was a Yes, it was really very hard thing for us to see that peoples were in the queue with their dead bodies, like family members with the dead bodies of their beloved ones. And I have seen with my eyes that not one, there were many peoples, they were in the queue. On first day I was coming from that side, I have seen the same patient in the last line. Another day I have seen that patient in the mid of the line, and for the third day I have seen that person that was getting buried over there. It took 3 days for that body to reach that place, just to
Oh
get
my
buried
goodness.
for his last rituals.
Yes. Wow, but it's norm. It's like a. Is it a more of a normal practice to actually do cremation in India?
Yes,
Okay, very good. That's extreme. Like my heart goes out to those people. Like to think like you have this loved one that's passed away, and then you're standing 2 and 3 days in line just to have them cremated, and psychologically what that does to people. Thinking about depression and being in mourning and having this kind of task before you. um, I could only imagine that that's a very trying thing. And
it
then to
was really
be,
scary.
yeah, like, and then amongst all these other people who are in the same situation. But my thought is, my hope is that each one, they were able to support one another while they're in this situation because they're in the predicament at the same time.
Uh, if we think to support the human being, we are also human beings. We should support other people's too, because in tough times, people uses to be scattered from inside. So if they are getting support from other people's, then it helps to that patient or that people's of the family to recover from this shock.
Right. Yeah. My thoughts and prayers are definitely with you know, everyone who's lost loved ones because this has been a very difficult time for many people. And I'm happy to see that we're moving forward in a positive way. And it looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like I don't know if the vaccine's the answer. If I think that everyone should continue to stay in prayer and continue to stay safe. Wear the mask, keep the social distancing when you can. I know it's very difficult to keep social distancing, but I remember reading an article about Australia like a couple months ago, and how Australia had like fully opened back up, and people were not wearing masks or anything like that. And then today, when I was reading in the New York Times, I saw an article about Australia's biggest city is about to lock down again because the outbreak spread. So it's like this back and forth. It's like this whole yo-yo thing with the coronavirus. And then I spoke with a friend who kind of works in the industry with diseases and all this thing, and she was telling me, well, this strain from India is really like it's stronger than the regular strain that we had, and so then I heard also about the other strains, so the Delta and then the Delta Plus. So my concern, like I'm listening to this, and they're really pushing vaccines here. I don't know in India, are they like really pushing to get everybody vaccinated, like offering incentives and stuff? Are they doing that there?
Yes, because some peoples are joined to politically, and here we do have major politics one is BJP and one is Indian National Congress, and they both are opposite side. What National Congress is doing, that they are doing brainwash of the peoples and saying peoples not to take vaccines just for their benefits. While the right now government is working so good, and they are providing free vaccination to the peoples of the country, and
Okay.
that government wants India to be COVID free. Actually, why it wants to, in the second wave, people start developing some symptoms, but there are many cases I have seen, India have seen that after getting recovered from the COVID, people are developing other symptoms, like some people have fibrosis band in their lungs, some people are just having mucormycosis, right? Mucormycosis is a serious fungal infection that
Mm,
mostly affect the eye, face, nose, lungs, brain, and
right.
there is no cure for that thing. And I have
Wow.
seen many people, like I have seen patient right about nearby my home.
Mm,
They lost. It's a lady, and she lost all her hairs, and she got nail fungal infection, and her immune system is really very weak now. Like
yeah.
though she is doing good.
Okay. So that's interesting. That's another thing that there's after effects from COVID, and so people are having these other symptoms. One of the guys I interviewed in Texas, he was having a lot of other health concerns after, recovering from COVID. Um, and that's something that I think we don't hear much about. So I'm glad that you took note of that to share that. Also, a lot of people have heard, like we're hearing the get the vaccine, get the vaccine, and there's a big push for that. However, we're not hearing the people about the people who got the vaccine and they had bad symptoms. We're only hearing, oh, you should get the vaccine, and then I think there's this huge misconception um, that the vaccine is a cure. And a lot of people think that if they have the vaccine, they're also immune to COVID, which is not true. So we
Not true.
still have to be careful. So I don't know how many
Uh,
people have said to me, "Oh, I have the vaccine, I'm good," and I'm like, "No, you still need to protect yourself."
uh, After having vaccine, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to wear a mask. Like vaccine is just a liquid, we can say, that getting inside in our body to help our immune system to get recovered from that thing if we are getting in the future. It's
Mm,
not the vaccine to prevent of COVID. You can still have COVID, right?
right.
You can develop symptoms, you can be serious, but same time the COVID that was affecting on the lungs, like in Delta wave, many people get lungs fibrous bands on their lungs, and lung involvement, we can say
Hmm.
that the serious things you are getting, it can prevent that thing. It can make you safe from dying, but it can make you serious. Life is in your hand. It's your choice how you have to.
Right. So I always encourage everyone continue to stay safe and do the natural things that you should do to keep your immune system strong. Whether you opt to take vaccine or don't take vaccine, it's important to stay healthy. So
Yes, definitely.
you've talked about some of that, and I love because when I think about India, and the diet in India, like I I figure you are better off in the way that you eat because your diet is more natural and mainly vegetables in Gujarat, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I know a few people that eat chicken in Gujarat, but not many. Most people are vegetarians from my experience there.
Here in India, like almost 55 to 60% people population is vegetarian. Even they don't eat eggs. So like they do consume vegetables, curries, rice, uh, chapatis or tortillas that are getting made from wheat flour. They're having natural diet.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing. So, we have to watch our diets and take care of ourselves as well as we can because the best person to take care of you is you. No one's going to take care of you the way that you would take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I also wanted to ask you: have you heard about this? Under they said that there was a news article that said in India they were undercounting the COVID deaths. Did you hear anything about that?
Yes, it is. It is true.
It's true. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
Because government, pardon?
go ahead.
I didn't get your voice clearly.
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay. Because it was a huge population over here, and
Mhm.
peoples were thinking of quarantine because many peoples in our family, I mean in India, there is
Mhm.
only one dominant male that is going outside for the earning, right? Females don't earn usually here in India. So I have seen that thing that many people use to have fever of quarantine. They
Mhm.
don't want to get quarantined, and they lie to government officials, they lie to their relatives. That
Mhm.
thing is the biggest thing that COVID spreads so much in India.
Okay.
Actually, if we see from my view of points, Indian 50% population, according to me, 50% population is COVID positive in the last two waves, and 50% are still left. And we have to wait for the next two waves. I'll pray to God that don't give that two more waves now to us. But
Right.
the fact is, they are going to come, and we have to fight with it. We don't have any options, and we peoples are ready. In our tough times, countries like USA, Canada, Saudi Arabia, like Singapore, many other countries help us. They send us oxygen, medical things like ventilators, oxygen concentrators. I
Mhm.
thank to all that countries, including USA also, because most of the raw materials for the vaccine we are getting from the USA. And thanks
Mhm.
to the government of the US and peoples of the USA for helping, and it
Okay.
helped us to recover from this pandemic a lot.
Got you. That's good. That's really good to know. Because I guess people are tired. I can see that people are tired of COVID because here, like, the travel has increased drastically. Like, people are just out, and it's funny because I was in Chinatown today, and it's like, yay, I see people wearing masks, and I think like New Yorkers are doing an awesome job of handling the COVID situation. Other places, I don't see such a great you know job, but people are maintaining. Like in Texas, a lot of people don't wear masks, and even like there's a lot of places now that they're allowing people to opt. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear masks, so it's not mandated only for people who are not vaccinated. But the funny thing to me is no one's walking around going, "Let me see your vaccination card." So how do you know who is or you know what I mean? I don't know. I
Yeah.
think you do what you have to do, but I think we should just avoid unnecessary risk. I'm tired of wearing a mask. Like I have my mask hanging on my neck. Like I have one of these cool little holders because I don't think it's cool to like sit my mask down, and I don't want to touch. Like the whole point of keeping the germs out is not to keep touching everything. So if I'm going to move it, I want to be able to pop it off and just pop it back on the air without having to touch all over it until it's washed or I get a new one.
Actually, people's always getting misinformation about mask. Listen, mask, what the mask we are wearing, that are not the mask, actual, that cannot protect you from the COVID. Because if you're wearing mask and if you're not wearing specs, like covering all your eyes,
Right.
then there's a no mean of mask for me. It's
Mhm.
of my viewpoint, because COVID is a virus that's getting spread not by airborne. If
By
you're,
droplets.
if I'm by droplets, right? And I don't think that mask or like anything can help. But if you're in the patients, like if you're in the COVID ward, right? COVID ward, then
Mhm.
mask can really help you. Like if you're in the PPE kit, or you are, like if you're in PPE kit, you're covering your face, your hands, and everything. It can really help you. But personally, I do think that mask cannot help you. If you're wearing N95, then you
Right.
can save yourself. Then you can.
Mhm.
But
But let
these are
me
the
ask you this:
respirators.
if I'm wearing a mask and you're wearing a mask, and one of us has COVID, because we're wearing the mask, the droplet less likely to be spread. Because even if you're not wearing specs, specs are good. You should wear the specs too. But if your mouth and your nose are covered, the droplets aren't coming out. So that I think it can help a
Actually,
little, but you should be fully protected.
we think that our respirators, like the mask you have, that's
Mhm.
not a mask. That's just a mask to say. It's a respirator in original. Like
Mhm.
it can like stop that virus 60%, not 100%.
Yeah, not a
And
hundred
even
percent.
even that N95 can protect the person, or it can protect or it can prevent to spread like by 95% only, not more than that.
Right.
So like for as I do think that if people are getting positive as much as they are getting, it's okay, nothing to worry. It can help your country to get out of this situation soon.
Hmm.
Because if you're running from the problems, they will run behind you. And if you're just fighting with the problems, they will go out. COVID
Hmm.
is nothing. This is a big problem of this universe. It's
Hmm.
everywhere. It's in China, India, USA. It's
Right.
in Somalia. It's everywhere.
Hmm. It is. So do you
So
think
just, we
that,
have to fight.
yeah, we have to fight? Do you think
Yes.
that it's not like the masks are not really necessary? Or do you
No,
think they help a
mask
little
is
bit?
no mask is necessary. You should wear it. It can save you somewhere, right?
Hmm.
It's for your safety. But personally, I do think that mask can make you safe only 50, 55%, 60,
I
70%.
got you.
Like
Yeah.
no more than that. And if you're wearing mask, you are wearing a face shield, you are wearing specs, that it can help you 100%.
Hmm. Right.
Just
If you
if
if
you're
you
following,
use multiple things.
yes, if you're using multiple things, then you can be safe.
Okay, I understand.
But
Okay, that's
my
good.
opinion is that I have to fight with the situation, and I have to live like I was living before 2020. I
Hmm.
want to live my life like I was living in the 2019. There was no mask, huge public gatherings. Like we do miss that
I
thing.
know. I was starting to get hope that we might be able to get back to that. And then there's like, but wait, there's more. There's a new variant. And wait, there's another new variant. So they're even worse than the other. And it's like, okay, like we want to say COVID is
Every
done, but it's like, no, we've got a more hybrid version.
it it's for a lifelong thing. Like now, I don't think that it is going for next 10 years. Like
Yeah, it's not
as
going away.
it's continuously it's mutating.
Yes.
We are fighting with delta variant.
Hmm.
After 2 months, delta plus variant is coming. So we
Right.
don't have any option. We have to live with the COVID, and we have to turn ourselves accordingly.
Right.
Here in
So,
India, we learn to live with COVID. It's nothing for us now.
okay, so you would
Just
say
be
that the
positive.
government has a good handle on it now, like in your
Yes,
country.
yes.
Okay.
From last 2 days, from like my state, there are only 159 or 160 people that are COVID positive. But
Okay.
when it was, yes, uh, when it was second wave in the peak, at that time our state was delivering like 45,000 to
Mhm.
60,000 COVID patients daily in a row, and
Right.
140,000 peoples were positive in just a week.
Wow. That's a huge change, a huge turnaround.
Yes, and
Yeah.
now we are
It,
having a relief. We are just meeting our friends. At that time, we were having a fear in our mind that what
mm,
if we will get this COVID? And personally, I would like to say all the people don't watch news,
mm,
because news channels are spreading fear in the public. Instead of giving like strength to the public, they are like breaking the strength of the public. So I
mm.
would tell everyone, don't see the news. If you want to see the news that are spreading positivity, not the negativity.
Right. Watch COVID-19 and Company.
Yes, this can help you to get out of this situation.
Right. Thank you, Drew. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I'm so grateful that you and the family are doing well. And I want to ask you, is there any advice that you would like to give others during this difficult time before we get ready to wrap it up?
Yes, I don't know that Delta wave is there or not. Is the Delta variant positive patients in USA?
Yes, I'm hearing there are.
No. There is a patient in USA that are affected with Delta variant?
I saw an article that there were.
Okay. Like,
Hmm.
listen, Delta wave is a wave that spreads so easily that is really, it's really tough to fight with that wave, but we do fight. So I think that US also fight with that wave. Just one thing I want to say, everyone, is if you don't know the people that they are COVID positive, though you should have that peoples. And if you're COVID positive, be positive. Like, like if snake bites you, right? The anti venom that's get prepared, that's also snake venom, right?
Hmm.
Poison can kill a poison. Like if you are COVID positive, then you have to be positive from mental side. Then only
Right.
you can fight with this epidemic. If you are getting okay from that situation, I would like to urge all the peoples that go ahead, help everyone in every manner. If person is COVID positive, not going outside, uh, they are not getting food, just provide them food. Like everything going to stay here on this earth. We are going to die. We are not going to take anything with us. Everything is here.
Right.
So just help everyone, help human beings. If human being will be there, then only you will be able to survive.
That's
Help
good.
everyone. if
That's a good
person
point.
don't have if person don't have money and you have, just go ahead and help that person. If person don't have medicines, take the medicine, help that person. Like, by this way you can help yourself. Today is your day, then there's my day also. Every dog, there's a quote, every dog has its own one day. Like, it's, if today is my day, tomorrow will be your day. Better help everyone. If my day will be good, definitely your day is also going to be good.
That's very good, and I agree with you. We all need each other to some extent. So
In this tough time, we have to be unit. We have
yeah,
to stand together. We have to fight together.
that's it. You said it so well, Drew. I would like to ask you before we get ready to go too, because you mentioned that you all started new businesses. So tell us what's the business. Tell us how we can reach you so we can support you in business also.
Actually, I haven't started my business online. I'm selling in my locals. But if you want, I have my WhatsApp number. I'll share you my
Okay.
WhatsApp number. On that, I have my catalog. In that catalog, I have posted each and every items. And
Mhm.
whatever the earning we are getting, we are donating 10% from it to the people that are COVID positive.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Do you ship? Can you ship to the U.S.?
We will try our best. If the courier service is working in the
Mhm.
country, then we can. But if the
Okay.
courier service is not working, then sorry for that.
Okay, but I have some other friends in India and around the area, so still go ahead and share your information. Maybe somebody's watching that has family and friends,
Okay.
in Gujarat, and they could maybe buy them a gift through you. So we
Okay.
don't want to
Thank
miss
you
that
for that.
opportunity.
Sure.
So your WhatsApp, you said you have your WhatsApp number,
Yes, I'll wait. I'm giving you my
or
WhatsApp
you want,
number.
you want me to just post it later.
Yes, because I have to. It's my new number, so I didn't get it by heart. So
Okay, no problem. So we'll get that number
here
out
it
for
is.
everyone.
Uh, can I? Can I give?
Yeah, if you want to give it now or you want me to just share it later.
Okay, I'll give you later on.
Okay, no problem. So anybody who's watching that's interested, it's clothing. You're selling Indian outfits, right?
Indian ethics and Western also. We do have
Yes.
everything over here.
Okay, very good. I definitely, I love my Indian clothes. So I got my sari in my bag.
Okay.
Yes. So anyone who's watching that may be interested in supporting Drew and his business, if you have loved ones in Gujarat and you would like to get a gift from them, I would encourage you to do business with Drew. And I will post this in the post video. I will post his WhatsApp number so that you all can reach him and take a look at his catalog. So I'm going to get ready to wrap it up here. As you all know, I share a Bible verse before I go. Drew, hang out with me for just a moment. I really thank you for being with me today and just, spending some time. I know, you have a busy schedule with new businesses and everything. Please tell the family that I send my love. And I hope to get to India soon and see all of you. And I'm so happy to hear that you all are well.
I hope,
So,
I wish to God that this pandemics get finished as soon as it get, and
yeah,
I can welcome you to India again, so we can have fun.
fun in India.
Bollywood dance and everything.
Yes, I missed it so much. So thank you so much. I'm gonna share a Bible verse that I have for everyone today, and I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my sponsors before we log off. Okay.
Okay.
So my verse for today is from Joshua 1:5, and I'm reading from the King James Version, which reads, I lost it. Okay, there shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. And those are words of the Lord. So God loves us all. He loves
Thank
each and every one of us. He created us in his likeness and his image, and he's given us power and authority. And God is love. So he wants us to share love just like Drew was talking about. So I just wanted to share that to remember that God is with us. He said he would never leave us. He said he would never forsake us. And I mean, he's God. He's the creator. He has no reason to lie to us. He doesn't owe, he owes us nothing, so he has no reason to lie. So I trust him and I believe what he says, and he's never proven me wrong yet. So I just want to encourage everyone watching to trust God, keep your hand in his hand. I'm praying for all of you that are sick, that have loved ones who are sick. Like I said before, my condolences to you all. I send love to you all. And just a quick shout out to some of my sponsors before we sign off. Careworthy and Hot Wax Promotions, want to give them a shout out. Also, the Organization of Black Designers. Miss Tangi Watts, Publicist Extraordinaire in Charlotte. And we have Generation Next Realty Team, the Carrot Omni Media Team, and the Empowered Lifestyle Radio Show. And you can check them out Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time on WPCE, WPCL, WBXB, and right on Facebook Live, okay, under Gen X Realty or Carrot Omni. So you can check them out there, Carrot Omni Media, they're partners. Also, shout out to Miss Gloria Wong. Hello, Gloria, I see you watching. Shout out to her. She's my makeup sponsor. And shout out to Toya Nicole, also known as Full of the Model, and Katie Sai of K Diamond Braided Wigs. Even though I don't have her fabulous wig on today, I want to encourage you all. You can follow her on Instagram or Facebook. Her name is Katie Sai, Khady space SY. Miss Katie Sai, she does the wigs. She's also a fashion designer. She has some fabulous African wears, so please check her out. I thank you all once again for watching this show. Thank you all who've supported me through this pandemic. And I hope that you're uplifted, you're empowered, and you're encouraged. Please go like my page. Make sure you like the COVID-19 and Company Facebook page. Also, we are now on YouTube, so you can check us out on YouTube under Angela Marie Productions, or you can just Google COVID-19 and Company and you will find us on YouTube. So please go like my pages, share it with a friend. If anything in this broadcast has encouraged you or uplifted you or empowered you in any way, please like, comment, share. I want to hear from you guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. We'll see you next week. Oh, wait, I have the number from Drew. Drew's WhatsApp number is 917. I'm sorry, it's +91 798 4366 670. Once again, that's +91 798 436 6670. You can reach out to Drew Saini for fabulous Indian wares in Gujarat, in the local area. And I'll let you know when he gets his website up that he starts doing some more global outreach with his fabulous wares. Okay, Drew, thanks again. Love
Thank
you. I
you.
miss you. You know, you're my little brother from a different mother, and
Yes.
I look forward to speaking to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
We're out of
for
here for
thanks for giving me opportunity to come to COVID-19 and company.
now. Thank you for being with us. You've been watching COVID-19 and Company Conversations from the Epicenter across the globe, and I'm your girl, Angela Marie, signing off. Toodles for now.